Hamas has released another 3 Israeli hostages in exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners following a week in which the fragile ceasefire deal appeared under threat. American-Israeli Segui Dekel Chen, 36, Argentinian-Israeli Yair Horn, 46, and Russian-Israeli Alexander Trufanov, 29, were freed in return for 369 Palestinians held in Israeli jails. So far, 19 hostages and more than 1,000 Palestinian prisoners have been freed in the first phase of ceasefire deal, which began on 19 January. The swap came days after Hamas said it would pause the release of hostages, accusing Israel of violating the terms of the deal, an allegation denied by Israel. Israel, backed by US President Donald Trump, said intense fighting would resume unless the hostages were handed over. Hamas later said it remained committed to the ceasefire, and that Israel was responsible for any complications or delays. But on Saturday, the 6th swap went ahead, with the hostages handed over to Red Cross workers in a highly choreographed public show in Khan Yunis in the southern Gaza Strip. Surrounded by heavily armed Hamas militants, the men briefly addressed a crowd of Palestinians before being transferred into Red Cross vehicles. They did not look as gaunt as the hostages freed a week earlier. Their appearance had aroused anger in Israel and elsewhere. Under the first 6-week stage of the ceasefire deal, 33 hostages and 1,900 prisoners are supposed to be freed. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio arrived in Israel late on Saturday on his first trip to the Middle East, after a widely condemned proposal by President Donald Trump to displace Palestinians in Gaza. Trump first floated the suggestion that Egypt and Jordan should take in Palestinians from Gaza on January 25, a proposal they strongly opposed. Bureau Report, NewsX.